I always take 2 sheets of notes though when I play D&D, like at least 2 sheets of notes.
On that note, welcome back to Shells of the Wandering Bards.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, somebody needs to sing. It's not going to be me. It's not.
You got the singing proficiency.
Yeah, see, he needs to sing. Okay, no, we have to go. We have to do it all over again. Like you need the singing proficiency, or you can just sing without proficiency and just be really bad at sing all the time.
Alright, you guys are going to start in this smallish town called Scalp. It is in a forest, just kind of a forested area. It's not a heavily dense forest, just lots of trees about. You're like a day and a half away from not the capital city of the kingdom, but of the seat of power in this county. And there's a traveling circus going through town right now. They've been stuck here for a month because their elephant who was pulling their wagons died. So they've been trying to make enough money to buy some mules to help pull the wagons instead. So the circus is kind of just set up outside of town for a little bit now. The 2 of you are friends of sorts.
Yeah,
I think
the same town.
I think this is probably one of the reasons your family is not very happy, is that you've made friends with the blacksmith's kid.
Yeah, he's pretty ugly as well. Isn't it?
Yeah.
You rolled an 8?
Yeah.
I mean, that's in the normal.
His family has high standards, though. So like, if he's dumb with a 17 intelligence, and he's ugly with 8.
Yeah. Your family would be. Your father would be the sage of the town, the scholar. Your mother is probably the sage as well.
Maybe public, works for politically.
Sure.
Not mayor or something, but along those lines.
Okay, your mother is an advisor to the
Yeah.
mayor, the foreign policy advisor.
Perfect.
So, yeah, you guys are just hanging out. Does the circus have a name?
I can't come up with one actually. I would say, okay, it's the Circus of the Dancing Elephant, and that's why we are currently in this crisis.
Oh, wow.
It's really harsh for us.
Oh no.
So yeah,
Oh, damn.
yeah, that was like the main attraction too.
So the 3 of you have somehow become friends over the past month. Maybe you guys went to see a show, and afterwards you ran into the halfling somewhere, and you guys just hit it off. You've been hanging out.
Okay.
Your family's forge has just burned down yesterday.
Okay.
Or last night. We're gonna come into the game. You're all sitting around. If your forge burned down, you can't bring your friends over to your house. So you're hanging out actually at the circus in like one of the smaller circus tents where people like eat and drink and have food and whatnot.
A lot of beer.
Yeah, a lot of beer.
Awesome.
There's a bunch of other strange circus folk around. There's a woman with a large beard. There's a man that has a third arm coming off his shoulder over here. There's a lizard man who he's a fucking lizard man. What the hell? No one from this region has ever seen that sort of thing before. And other weird things going on. But you're sitting around this table, lamenting the fact that your forge was burned down last night. And
All the strange people I feel better now.
Yeah.
I'm not so ugly.
And I guess you're probably discussing your plans for revenge.
Well, I think I don't know. Chase them. So I should go investigate. And I think the first step should be informing the town guards if there are any around.
The town local guard is well aware of the bandit attack.
Okay.
Because some people were injured, your forge got burned, a couple of other small buildings were burned down too. Money was stolen, some livestock was stolen. but the town guard is, well, they're here to guard the town. They've sent word to the magistrate of the county to send out some riders to hunt down these bandits. But times have been pretty rough. There was a war, 20, 30 years ago. 10 years ago. The coffers are still pretty drained. Your side did not do well in the war, and you've had to pay dearly. A lot of the former soldiers have turned bandit, so there's been a lot of bandits in and around the area. And even if the magistrate does send troops, it could be days or weeks, maybe even months before they arrive here. They're off doing all sorts of things.
So it's basically up to us.
Yeah, these are hard times. But discuss this with your friends.
I'm like,
So you
I'm totally wrecked. I'm absolutely drunk. And by some time, I'll just yell over to you, "Hey, you come chasing, filthy!" Damn. And
Well, I gotta stay away from home for some time, so I'm down.
I'm not answering you. I'm like passed out on the table.
So while we're discussing this, I'm just standing in the back, and I'm trying to juggle several balls, right? And I'm just trying to get more balls. I just do my tiny circus artistic number in the back, and I'm like, well, and I just look at Dave, because Alric has already passed out, and I'm just like, well, where do you want to start then? I mean, shall we just go to the smithy and investigate? Sounds like fun to me.
I kick on your shin as soon as you wake up, and yeah, where do you want to start?
I don't know. I've lost like everything.
And
We should.
Does someone of us has tracking or something? Do I know if anyone's a
Nope.
ranger or something like?
There are a few hunters in the town that might be able to track things.
You should go back to the forge and see if anything is still worth selling or repairing or whatever. Maybe we can track the bandits from there, but tomorrow.
Did your family survive the attack, or are they all dead?
No. I was living there alone with my father, who died in the fire. Mother's long dead. No brothers or sisters.
Okay, so you're the only member of your family just died.
Yeah.
This explains the.
Oh, what a
That's
dark setting.
why I'm.
So.
Yeah, I stand up from the table and I drag you out of your chair and kind of push you towards the door.
Mhm.
And half an hour.
I try to help. I take his arm and I put it over my shoulder, and I'm obviously too small to actually do anything. I'm just looking like I'm helping.
Okay. I let them carry me wherever.
You guys stumble towards the remnants of the forge.
Would it see it's dark? We can't see anything.
No, it's morning. Oh, so this is the next morning.
You already started your day.
Maybe
very well.
we drank through the night or something.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
You get to the forge, to the smithery, and the coals have finally cooled down enough because it burned, and then it's hot for a while, that you can start sifting through the rubble of the forge.
Okay. I search for like where the tools were hanging.
Give me a perception check.
11. 15.
Total?
Yeah. Oh no. 15 plus 11, 26.
So you go looking for where the tools are, and you come across a charred skeleton in the ashen remains of the forge.
I'll just like freeze and start shaking. Yeah.
What do you guys do when you see him like searching for things and then stop and you look at the ground and there's this like charred skull that has like a crack on it from where something fell. There's a broken rib cage nearby.
I just walk up on it and I'm like, oh well, what did you find? Show me. And I just see the skeleton. I'm like, oh well, I don't think we're looking for this one. And I just tug on his sleeve. I'm like, let's go. Wrong place. I just try to drag him away from it.
And try to.
I'd let her do it. So
I stand a little bit ways away and was rumbling with my foot in the rubble. But I think I don't find anything useful. And when she leads him away, I follow. Maybe those rangers in town or something. Good place to start.
why not?
Could I when the two
Let's go for them.
when the two are talking, could I actually try to find thieves' tools in that mess?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I think my perception is ridiculously bad, though. I think, that's pretty bad. Fine.
Oh, it's fine. 8 to
Yeah,
13 is
it's a
average.
14.
Okay, you don't spot any thieves' tools anywhere in here. You guys head off to go find one of these hunters who should be able to track these things. See who's around today. You come across Genneth. He is one of the local hunters of the town. I should probably write that down. He is one of the local hunters. He specializes in we call them elk and deer. That's kind of the thing that he likes to go after. He sees you coming up, and what's your character's name again?
Alric.
He goes, Alec, my friend. I heard about your father. I'm very sorry.
Thanks. I need your help.
What can I do for you?
I want revenge for,
Yeah,
you know.
of course. I would want revenge too.
Can't you find them?
Maybe,
Their tracks.
but that would lead us right to them.
I know.
Do you think that's a little dangerous?
Why?
Because they just burned down. They just killed like 6 people, your father included. You're not.
How many were they?
I don't know. They came in the night. Half dozen, maybe a dozen.
Bandits, huh? Are these attacks frequent? Or is it like
This town has suffered a few attacks. This is the worst one by far. Usually they'll just steal some livestock, or maybe break into a house and steal some things. More often they attack travelers on the road. But the area has been heavily bandited for the past 5 years since the war.
Okay, and do we know is there some leader involved?
There probably is, but no one would know.
Who are the other victims? Maybe we could get some help from their families.
Kenneth kind of shakes his head and goes, they're just farmers. You know farmers. They're more concerned about what's going to happen to the rain next year than going out and getting revenge. I mean, if this is that important to you, I will get you as far as I can, but I will show you the way, but you're going to have to do this on your own.
If you could get some of your friends, we could set up an ambush.
I hunt sheep, or deer, and I don't hunt people. This is not my...
I hunt sheep. That must be quite the challenge.
He shoots you a dirty glance. You know what I meant.
Oh, you must must be an excellent hunter.
Who the hell is this short little shrubbery that you brought along with you?
I do a tiny bit. I say, I'm Tiny. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I can tell.
She's
I'm sure
standing.
the pleasure is all yours.
Okay.
And what about that guy? He says, nodding at Dave.
With Rick.
Yeah.
You don't remember Dave?
I know who he is, but what the hell are you doing with him? You're
Well, he's
Dave-
helping. At least he tries to.
Got kicked out again.
the two of you are in trouble. And this thing that you seem to have picked up along the way certainly isn't helping your situation. But
No.
your dad was a good friend of mine, so I will show you the way, or I will try to at least.
Maybe when we see the camp, we can come up with something. If they have camp, something at all.
Okay.
We can just steal from them and then put the tents on fire, right? Isn't that
Should be pretty
like
easy.
revenge, an eye for an eye, or something like that?
You can do that.
I'm not as good with fire, but I think we have somebody who could help us. So why not?
Okay. Well, then let's head out at noon.
Kenneth nods his head and goes, "Okay, let me get my supplies and gear. Meet me at the south side of town, because your forge is on the south side
Okay.
of town. Meet me at the south side of town in a couple of hours."
Sounds good. Do it.
Is there a way to get gunpowder or something? Like something explosive?
Dynamite.
Is there something in town?
Your father is the only person in town that would know the recipe for gunpowder. You've seen him use the stuff from time to time, like it's some sort of explosive powder, but it's very rare, very hard to come by.
Mhm.
He has a small stash of it in his library, or in his
In the
study.
library. It's nice.
Okay. It's a library. It's a public place, right?
No, in his private
Oh,
library,
private, okay.
in your large manor.
Mhm.
You're one of the more wealthy families in town.
Okay. So when Gannett walks up, I ask Elric. So Elric, what do you want to do exactly? Just kill them all?
Dave murdered my father. The only one I'd ever had. So,
Oh. Oh my god. I'm dead now.
I'm out.
So taking prisoners is not an option.
It's always an option. We have to bring them justice.
Can
I
we,
want them hanging
can we still take their
in the
stuff?
marketplace.
If we take
Oh,
them as prisoners,
well.
can we still get what they have?
Sure, Tiny. You can take whatever you want.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that.
why not?
I'll take your word.
And maybe.
But we could use some more help. Maybe your father could help us with
Yeah, I don't really
his
want to.
guards. So,
The past couple of days were pretty rough at home, so I really don't want to talk to them. Probably. We could though.
go for it.
But I don't know if he. I think he wouldn't help us. But there is something in his library that could help us, and maybe Tiny.
Would something actually spilled?
Yeah, it's not much. It's okay. We got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe Tiny could help us. She seems pretty stealthy and hard to notice. But I can't.
What do you mean hard to notice? Is that an insult? I feel like this is an insult.
No,
I roll my eyes and.
I'm flamboyant. I'm pretty.
you're
flamboyant.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you. See, you understand.
Well, Your stature is could be an advantage.
Alric, you're my favorite.
You would need to break into my father's library though, and I can't guarantee
What?
for your safety if you do so.
How am I supposed to do that? I don't even have any tools.
Why
with
can't
me.
you not just go in there?
If I get caught, I might not see the light of day for weeks.
Why don't we just go in there? You distract your father. I grab the stuff. We go up.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
So we could do that. Okay. Well, he should be working now. Probably you can find him in the library.
You can just say you came to apologize and want to have the father and son talk and figure things out.
Could be a new thing. Maybe
Yeah.
he jumps on that.
Yeah, see?
While you were on in the library, I'll go check the tavern for maybe some information
Great idea.
about the bandits.
Yeah, information. We know how that looks like. It's okay.
Okay.
Maybe like a sell sword to help us.
Do we know how much money they take?
These days, their prices are pretty high because it's a seller's market. So they will charge usually 2 gold per day, whether you run into an encounter or not. 2 gold per day for a sword. If there's something particularly more dangerous, they charge a little bit more. But just typical stuff is 2 gold a day.
Okay, I can pay that for like 2 days. So that's fine. I'll hire someone.
Yeah. So you head to the tavern to look for a mercenary. 2 of you head to your father's study to figure out what's going on. All right. You get to your family's large manor house in the center of town.
As I approach, my steps get slower and slower.
It's a 2-story building with like a little garden out around it, with a nice tall hedge kind of blocking the view from the street. There's a gate with a servant at the front who makes sure that only the wanted people come in. And he sees you approach and goes, Master Dave.
I immediately start laughing.
It's good of you to come home again.
Good day, whatever your name is.
Nice to meet you.
Don't mind the little one. We want to see my father. Is he in the library?
I'm afraid your father has said I'm not allowed to allow you to come home right now. I'm so sorry, Master Dave. Is there a message I can perhaps deliver him instead?
No. Is he in a meeting or something?
I believe he's inside the house. Where exactly? I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not surprised. So...
Well, there's something very important that we need to talk about. And I just grab his hand and I just gently rub it against my cheek and I say, we're getting married and we really would like to talk to his father.
His eyes kind of go big. He loses his composure for a moment and then remembers that, I see. I'm sure your father would like to hear of this news right away. He takes out a key, unlocks the gate, opens it and says, perhaps you should tell him, Master Dave.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
And what is your name, my lady?
Well, my name is Amelia. Amelia Peasley.
Amelia.
Yes.
Oh, very nice to make your acquaintance.
I try to keep a straight face all the time.
You're cracking up pretty hard. Give me a willpower check to see if your character can, any number of these.
I'm a 13 though, so I'm not an ugly halfling. I'm still okay.
Oh, that's nice.
28.
Yeah. 38. 28. Yes, I can do math.
Very good.
Yeah, so you keep your composure, no problem,
Mm-hmm.
and the 2 of you get led into the house. Let's flip back over to Felix here. You head over to There's like 4 taverns in town. You know the one. You know the one that you would find the mercenaries at, though. This one is kind of in the north side of town, or the east side of town, often kind of considered the poorer side of town, the rougher side of town. And you come by the tavern called the Giant's Drink.
I think I'll normally drink there.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. You are the blacksmith's boy.
Okay.
So you walk in. It is a fairly loud, rough and tumble. I had forgotten to do any of this music stuff. So it's a fairly loud, rough and tumble place. There's a bunch of people drinking. There's some arm wrestling contests going on. People betting copper coins on it. The barkeep sees you as you come in because you're a very obvious person. It's hard to mistake you. He sees you and kind of gives you a bit of a wave to greet you as you come in.
No, to the barkeep and order beer.
Okay.
Exact.
Yeah, then ask him, do you know his name?
The barkeep's name is Thomas.
Thomas, I need help.
Okay. So,
You are the man who is like everything around here.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the bandits who raided our town last night?
He breathes a heavy sigh, kind of turns around, pours a couple of shots of sudden orangish fluid, puts one in front of you, puts one in front of him, takes a sigh, takes a shot, goes, well, I heard some things, but my question is, why are you asking about this? I'm a little worried about what you're intending on doing here.
Don't worry about me.
I do worry about you. You're the only one left in town that can swing a hammer. And I'm afraid you're going to try and go off and find these bandits and bash their skulls in.
I bring them back here.
All right.
I promise.
You know, your father would have me try and talk you out
I've
of
never
this.
betrayed you.
No, but you know your father would have me try and talk you out of this. He wouldn't want you to go throw your life away trying to get revenge.
My father's dead, so nobody cares.
He pours another shot, takes it, and goes, all right, okay. All right.
Now I'm the man.
Yes, okay. So
I'm the head of the family.
you're the only family.
True.
And then realizing what he says, he just pours a beer. Okay, so rumor has it, mind you, just pure rumor. There's no, I can't promise this is true or not. That there's bandits are called the Red Brand.
Okay.
That they live up in the tar pits to the north. Now, how the hell someone lives in a set of tar pits, I'm not sure. But that's what I've heard. That's what he gestures to the crowd of the bar. That's what these folks say.
Who are these folks? Do you know them?
No, not personally,
Are they
but
like regulars here?
the folks who say these things,
Yeah.
it's just they. You hear bits of information as you pour drinks. Who I heard them from, I don't remember. But there's there's half a dozen, maybe a dozen of them out there.
Yeah.
You're strong. Don't get me wrong. I know you're strong. I know
That's
you
why
can crush a
I'm not
man's head
going
in your
alone. I'm here to get some people to help me.
He looks around. Do you have that kind of coin?
Maybe.
All right. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Who do you trust in here?
No one. But
Who's good with the sword?
it's a different question entirely. He points to kind of a shorter woman. She doesn't seem to have any armor on. She's got a rapier at her side. She's kind of on the slender side. It looks like you could just snap her in half. She doesn't look very intimidating at all. He points at her and goes,
Well,
that one.
you sure?
If you want someone who's good with the sword, she'll stick 2 men through.
Okay. I trust you. And I hand him some silver, hand of silver for the drink.
Sure.
Yeah, like 5 silver, 6 silver.
That's severe overpaying, just so you know. He doesn't say anything. Alright.
Okay, and then I'll
Head to the girl.
Yeah.
Let's flip back to you guys.
Okay.
You entered the manor house.
Before we, I think we walked through a garden or something.
Yeah.
So I turn to you and say, I want to keep a low profile, but that's not possible anymore, I think. Do you know what explosives are, Tiny?
Well, I mean, I've seen fireworks and stuff before, right?
Sure. I mean, you're in the circus. You've seen all sorts of weird shit.
Sure, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, that's what we're going to seal.
Okay.
Or what you are going to seal.
Okay, got it. So you just walk in. I try to hide as quickly as possible, and you just talk to him about whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, when we walk in, actually, I will introduce you, and at the first chance you get, just keep to the shadows and try to do your stuff. Okay.
Okay.
And I take a deep breath and open the door.
You see your father sitting in his parlor. It's kind of not as comfortable as the other parlors in the house. This is more of his thinking writing room. It's a little bit smaller, but it has a nice cushioned seat for him to sit in. He's got 2 tables, one on either side, with stacks of books, another small table in front of him. He has a large tome open and is jotting some things down. He looks up, says, "What is it?" And then frowns as he sees you. Goes, "Dave."
Hello, Dad.
He looks at the butler who opened the door, who just kind of bows his head. Are you visible at this point?
Yeah, I mean, since he said I should
Yeah.
be, I am totally visible. I'm very graciously entering the door.
He takes note of you, puts his books down, and stands up. He's an older man, definitely older. You wouldn't know this, but you would. Around town, there's been some questions as to how he could still be producing sons at his age. But, these things happen. He gets to his feet and goes, "So you have brought me a halfling."
Not just any halfling, Dad. I have good news. Getting married, and this is my future wife.
A spasm crosses his eyebrows for a moment. Where are your manners, son? Please introduce my future daughter-in-law.
Yes, please introduce me. Where are your manners?
Well, Dad, this is, and I think for a moment, and I smile, and I say, this is Tiny. She works at the circus. I smile at him.
And you can just see my facial expression dropping. I'm just like,
I see. Well, Lady Tiny, it is a pleasure to meet you, but I need to speak with my son for a moment.
oh,
Would you please wait outside?
could I,
The butler will get you anything you need.
would I just, if you would allow it, of course, just, have a look through your library? Because these books, that's really that.
Of course.
If it's not too much.
Garand, please show her to the library. And he kind of gives him a look and says, and double check to make sure the silverware is away. I thought I heard the dogs rustling through that again.
I don't
The
yet.
butler nods and says, of course, my lord, and leads you to the library. As soon as the door shuts, he turns on you and says, what the hell do you think you're doing? Is this some sort of prank? Is this some sort of joke? Is this your way of getting back at us? We are extraordinarily disappointed in you. If you think that little halfling wretch is going to get a single silver out of us, that's it. I have half a mind to disown you on the spot, right now.
She knows she can't even read, but she likes the pictures though.
Why are you punishing us?
Oh,
Well, Dad, I didn't have the greatest time around here, and I try to,
We tried to teach you everything, but you're just too slow and stupid to get it, aren't you? Is this how the way you want to live your life? Do you want to be a circus freak?
Maybe that's what I want.
Well then, why don't you just go be a circus freak? Take your little half-woman out and just be gone. Here, he reaches into his, gets up, walks over to the table slowly, pulls out a bag, counts out some coins, and just tosses 10 gold at you and says, that's it. Take that and go.
Try to catch it.
It's kind of, you catch a few and that's scatter around you.
Oh, okay.
You can pick it up.
Well, I don't pick them up.
Okay, well, then you catch 2.
And without another word, I turn on him and walk out.
Okay.
I walk out, and Tiny walk out with the butler as well.
Yes, the butler takes you. The library is literally just the room next door.
Mhm.
So let's deal with you while they have that argument. Butler leads you into the library and immediately walks over to a cupboard and goes, oh, good, the silver's still here. Perhaps I should put it where the dogs won't get it. And, puts it up on the highest shelf possible. Is there anything I can get you for refreshments, lady?
Yeah, I would, maybe a cup of tea would be really nice. I prefer black tea, and if possible, one that is really, really bitter. So make sure, to prepare that properly. Take your time. It has to be really as dark as possible.
Yes, lady. He nods and walks out. You're alone in the library.
Yeah. So is there any spot that looks like, I don't know, is there a door somewhere or something that leads to a place where I would suspect where he would stash the dynamite or the gunpowder, or whatever that was?
I said explosives.
Yeah.
So
are there some chests or crates or something?
Half the room has bookshelves along the walls. The other half has kind of an alchemy setup. So there's all sorts of flasks and beakers and bottles and tubes and whatnot. There's small clay containers with different reagents in them. There's little burners where you would have fires going, but nothing is currently on or happening. You cannot read, can you?
No,
Okay.
I have no idea.
He wasn't even lying. So
I still like the pictures. He was right.
There's labels on all of these jars, and there's a couple of large kegs of something down below the table. I'm not sure what they are though.
Okay.
It's a bunch of weird shit lying around.
Okay. Can I try to pry one of the kegs open with my dagger? Or
Yeah, the tops just pop off
Yeah.
really easily. So one of them has a bunch of water in it. The other has something that smells really foul. It looks clear like water, but there's just there's a stench to it that burns your nose. Then the little jars have various powders or metal shavings and all sorts of strange stuff. Give me a perception check.
Let's roll high on this one. Nope, it's an 18. 19 actually.
You sort through these things and you haven't found anything that looks like gunpowder or explosives when Dave walks in the room.
And in the library? Yeah, I would follow. So the butler comes towards me. He.
No, you as you get out, you already see the butler's headed off towards the kitchen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I try to enter the library as quickly as possible. Look behind me if anyone. My dad is.
No, he's still in the study.
Okay. Yeah, I walk in and.
Shut the door behind you?
Yeah, sure. I try to actually. I don't know what kind of opening mechanism it is, but if there's a possibility and if the door opens it in the inside or outside.
It opens into the library.
Okay, then if there's any way I can barricade it or something like a big shelf or a shelf or a bed, some kind of.
There are some chairs that you can try and brace the door with.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I look for a tiny. Takes me a couple of seconds until I see her, probably. Say, what are you doing?
Wait,
The explosives.
we have like 2 minutes or something. Where's the stuff I can't find it? There's so much. I mean, look at all the labels. I can't read it. What is this? I mean, this. Oh my god! Don't open this one. This smells disgusting. I'm pretty sure this is only.
You know that barrel is filled with acid.
Oh, okay.
But I know. I mean, this is kind of powdery, but I don't think this is it. I'm super confused here. Can you help me out?
Don't open that one. Do I know where he keeps explosives? Or do I know something about explosives, how they are kept?
Well, you can read. So,
okay.
over the jars, one of them says black powder, which you would know to be explosive powder.
Okay.
It's a jar about yay big. So, maybe 2 pounds, 3 pounds with the casing.
Okay, I take it off the shelf and keep it tiny in here. That's the explosives. And is there anything? What else is there?
There's acids. There's all sorts of chemicals. There's magnesium. There's all sorts of crap.
Okay. Acid is what? Is it a flask?
There's like a big barrel of acid. You're not sure why it's in a barrel or how it hasn't eaten through the barrel, but there's a large barrel of acid.
Okay, if I can, I want to grab some empty flask or something, or empty some flask, and is there a way to fill it without?
So there's a glass.
Yeah.
What do you call it? A glass ladle that you can fill with.
Yeah, I would do that, and then as quickly as possible. And
how many flasks do you fill?
Just one.
Okay.
So while he's busy filling stuff, can I still look around?
Totally.
Because I would like. I mean, if this is like a laboratory, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they would have like pincers and small instruments, right? Because that's very accurate work. So I would like to find as many as I can as a replacement for these two.
Sure.
And I'm not even ashamed to take them. I'm like, okay.
Give
I
me
look at
a D10.
Okay, let's see. Where is it? No. It's only 8, right?
3? Okay, it takes you 3 minutes to find enough things that you can have some improvised thieves' tools. They'll give you a slight penalty on your check.
Yeah.
And at this point, you're filling the flask with acid. You're taking your time to make sure you don't spill any on your hand. You're done. She's still like grabbing implements. What do you do while she's finishing up her looting of your father's study?
If I have time, 3 minutes she takes. I would try to look for a spell book.
You know already that there are no spell books here.
Okay. Then I just look out the window if someone is coming and make sure that I smile when I see her rumbling through things, and make sure that no one is coming.
You hear footsteps coming down the hallway.
Okay. Is she done at this point?
Not quite.
Okay, I try not to be seen, but keep try to peek out.
Okay, so you open the door, peer your head out.
Oh no! Is there? I don't want to open the door. Is there a window beside it or something?
Not to the hallway. No.
Okay, then I just brace against the door and wait.
Okay.
Hope. Fingers crossed. No.
There's the footsteps stop at the door, and there's a sound of like the handle jiggling, pushing.
I'm busy.
Oh, is that you, Master Dave?
Yeah, I'm trying to have some sexy times with my lady.
You just hear me, I'm just collecting all
Oh.
the stuff as quickly as I can. You see, oh
Well, your
She's
father
just
would
busy
prefer that
stuffing
not to
stuff.
happen in this library.
We'll be out right away. Sorry. Whatever his name is.
Shall I bring a mop?
Yes, please.
Okay. You hear the footsteps receding.
We need to go.
Does he leave a cup of tea in front of the door?
No, he takes it with him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so when he leaves, I grab Tiny and push her towards the window or something on the other side of the building. There's one. So.
Yeah, the library looks out into the small. There's like a courtyard in the back of your house. There's a fountain, like a little walkway that leads out to the rest of the estate. Like your house is shaped kind of like this, with this being the front door, and this being like the courtyard, and the library is right here. So you can hop out here and go around the house.
Yeah. So okay.
I'm going to try and put this on stream as well. Let's hope this works. House, front door, fountain, library, and hop out and go around that way.
Okay. So yeah, I hope she's finished by the time, and then I usher her over to the window and open it, and well, we need to go, Tiny. There's no time to waste.
Okay, got it.
You guys hop out and flee the estate.
Yeah.
All right, let's flip back to you. So you approach this woman with a rapier in hand. She's standing at one of these like tall tables that you stand about. So that's only about this big, just large enough for you to put your drinks down. Typically, you would have 3 or 4 people standing around it having a conversation, but she's there alone, kind of resting one arm on the table. You notice there's
She has a drink in front of her.
she has a glass of wine in front of her.
Is it empty?
No, it's half full.
Not full? Okay. I'll go up to her.
She notices you approach. She goes,
You're looking for work?
you're looking for a sword?
Sure.
Yes.
Price?
2 gold.
Nice. I'll take it.
It's like a
Good job.
Hunting those bandits who raided the town. Bringing them back here. We are not alone.
Bringing back alive?
Maybe.
Are you wearing your weapons and armor?
I think.
You must be. You must have been out of the forge at the time when that happened.
okay,
Probably got
yes.
training.
Okay. Yeah.
She looks at you and goes, you know how to use that sword?
I give her a look. Like. Really?
She. Okay.
You're not from here.
No. But if you're looking for help, usually those that are looking for help don't know how to use it on their own. You said we're not alone? Someone else
No.
joining us?
I have some more friends. We'll meet up at the North Gate. Yeah, North Gate at noon.
Okay.
Grab your gear. Be ready.
Sure.
Okay.
She leaves her glass of wine, picks up her bag at her feet, and just walks out with you right away.
Okay. That's
Alright,
fine.
that was very painless. On the way out, she says, what's your name, soldier?
I'm Eric.
Alwick. I'm Brenna.
Brenna.
I'm Brenna.
Nice to meet you.
You guys all meet up at the North Gate with Geneth and Brenna. Introductions go around. You all meet one another. And you know what? This is a pretty solid spot to take our break. Why don't we
it's empty.
Yeah.
Why don't we come back in a little bit and see how this next chapter unfolds? See you guys on the other side of the break.
Bye.